Hey, Battle Built, here with another video, getting into some more Great League Go Bad League battles for Season 8. And for today's feature, you already know, Community Day just passed. It was earlier today by the time you see this video. And you already know all the content creators are hopping on their grind and getting you out that Garchomp content. And for today's video, I'm going to try and throw my own little spin on Garchomp because how I feel about it, do I think it has the most play in Great League? No, not really, but we can play around with it and see what maybe the most optimal move set is, because I know a lot of people are feeling Mud Shot, but Garchomp also has access to Dragon Tail, and Dragon Tail was buffed before Season 8, and then along with it we'll use the Community Day move of Earth Power, because that is what it received earlier today as its special move, along with Sand Tomb. So the play here, because Garchomp maxes out so high, like overall, it's going to be very attack weighted. It's going to be a very attack weighted Pokemon in some Great League battles. So we're going to focus on some raw damage with Dragon Tail kind of like being similar to a Smackdown clone in the type of damage it can perform, along with Sand Tomb to debuff defenses. So we're going with the Dragon Quick move, but two ground type charge moves. And I don't know if anybody else has run it like that recently, but I know most people are going to want to jump to Mud Shot to be very spammy with your Earth Powers. But we're going to focus mainly on Dragon Tail and Sand Tomb, and then for specific situations, use Earth Power in a type of end game finish off the opponent situation. So if you're excited for this Garchomp content, because I know you're going to get a bunch of it on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the battles. The team comp we're running along with it is Skarmory and Azumarill. Pretty meta stuff because Garchomp is quite the spice pick, so we don't want to get too spicy around it. We want to make sure we have the right coverage so that we can set up Garchomp for some success. And also, Garchomp is going to be relatively glassy. So, getting into the first battle, we have a Skarmory on Jellicent lead, and let's see how we want to play this out. Jellicent does get to these Shadow Balls very quickly, so we need to be very careful in either getting baited or, free hexes coming through. Not the most ideal thing when that happens, but we're going to play this out, probably play out the one shield so that we can get some of those shields for Garchomp to potentially, throw an Earth Power in endgame. They're coming through with their charge move here. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. Thankfully, we didn't get baited because, another name for Battle Bill is Baited Bill. We're going to get to the Sky Attack here, and we're going to either lose on a CMP tie or lose on turn differential. So I was right at it, but it didn't seem like my Air Slash finish. This should be a Shadow Ball. It is. We're going to get off another Sky Attack here. This will either finish off the Jelly or get their shield. I'm guessing they'll want a shield here just because they can still outpace me. Yep, that is what they decided to do. They should outpace me soon, but this is fine because once they beat Skarmory here, we're not going to end up closing this match with Garchomp. We're going to come in and build up a little bit of energy by Dragon Tailing down the Jellicent. They don't have any energy now because they threw that Shadow Ball as soon as they could, and we're going to hope that whatever they have in the back with the Sand Tomb is going to take at least... Oh, no. That's not what we wanted to see in the back. That is far from what we wanted to see in the back. The only positive thing that we're seeing here is that they're staying in, but I don't know what that necessarily means for, for the rest of this match. They either have another counter for Garchomp in the back, or they're really weak to Azumarill. Very possible to be one of those things. But Alolan Ninetales and Ice are going to be two of Garchomp's biggest weaknesses throughout any of the leagues. Because it's a Dragon Ground type, it's going to be taking double super effective. Also, what doesn't help is Alolan Ninetales has a Fairy typing, so with that Fairy typing, it double resists the Dragon moves that I'm doing. So I need to just get out of that situation with Garchomp ASAP. And I guess the positive thing is they let their Alolan Ninetales die. And I guess they were assuming I had Ice Beam, which is what we're not running. So that helps us here. I almost don't want to shield this, but I need to get off this play rough. I need to. They should get their last shield. I'm over tapping, which is not ideal, but they can't Dragon Breath me down. So you know what? Here's going to be the play. We're going to stay in, make them throw the Sky Attack to take out our Azumarill. They definitely can't overfarm here. They need to get off their Sky Attack as soon as possible, which is what they're doing. And here is the play. Dragon Tail, Sand Tomb. Do as much damage as possible and hope that Garchomp can survive. The positive thing here is that we're already at the Sand Tomb, so we can debuff their defense immediately. We just really need to hope that they don't get to a Sky Attack, because damage output-wise, I'm going to have faith in Garchomp's abilities to Dragon Tail down before getting... No! Dragon Breath down! So I was right about that, because one more Dragon Tail he had to go through to take it out. But unfortunately, they do get to the Sky Attack in time to take out our Garchomp. And honestly, what the correct play was there was to pull a type of sacrificial swap, get to the play rough, swap into Garchomp, kind of treat Garchomp like an extra shield, and then let Azu come back in later and play rough. But this is a Garchomp feature, so we needed to take the alternate route to see how it would perform. But Garchomp, as you saw with Dragon Tail, does chunk away at Altaria. The part that's not ideal is that it also takes super effective damage from Altaria's Dragon Breaths, which, you know, is part of the reason why we ended up losing that match. Getting into match number 2, can we set Garchomp up for success in this match? We have a Skarmory on Tropius Lead. Solid start. Let's see what they swap into. They most definitely don't want to stay here. They say swap into Sableye, which makes a ton of sense. We have Play Rough Azu, but our Azu is not XL, as you can see by the IVs below. So we need to be very careful here. This should definitely be a return. It is a return. I'm going to overfarm a little bit because I can see the Tropius coming back in, but we don't really need shields, even if the Tropius does farm against my Azumarill. Even though it has to Air Slash, that's not exactly farming. Because Skarmory just absolutely walls Tropius no matter how much energy it has. So they really need to commit to winning out Switch here, which means I really need to not get baited. I'm going to over-farm until they throw another move. We snuck in a bubble. We need this to be another return. And it is. So that's ideal. I'm wondering if they even decide the shield here. We should be able to outpace. They should not be able to get to another return before we get to another Play Rough. And I'd rather just take the safe route there. Yep, they decide not to shield, which makes sense. The Tropius is going to come back in, but the Tropius is only throwing neutral damage, so not too phased by it. They need to Leaf Blade to take us out. That's what they're going for here. Now the question becomes, they do have a one-shield advantage, so maybe I should have threw my play off a little bit earlier. My concern there was I didn't want to CMP tie, but I guess I should have taken that chance because this matchup doesn't really matter how it goes, because Tropius can have energy and slaughter the Azu. Skarmory's going to come back and slaughter it. So what is their last Pokemon? It is a G-Fisk. And now I wish we would have tried to save our shield there and thrown immediately. So they're going to go for an Earthquake. It's going to be neutral. I don't see us surviving, though. Garchomp is extremely glassy in Great League. And that's not surviving as far as I'm concerned. So this is a very unfortunate last matchup. We could definitely count on quote the mistake of me not... Ooh, they shielded that. We could definitely quote the mistake of me not throwing the Play Rough right away as the game changer. But we will play this out. We do have their health a little bit lower. This will be a Rock Slide. We just need to make sure their switch timer doesn't end. We want to get off this damage as soon as we can. These Air Slashes are doing quite a chunk now that the G-Fisk is a little bit debuffed. Thankfully, they shielded that. They didn't know Garchomp's energy generation with Dragon Tail. But these Rock Slides are really starting to hurt and getting us in an uncomfortable situation health-wise. So it's not looking very positive, unfortunately, for match number 2. But we'll play it out and see how they decide they want to play it. They're going to throw a Leaf Blade and Aerial Ace. We really resist everything. I don't know. Definitely want to go Aerial Ace here, don't you? Well, then again, I don't know. I guess debatable. I need to throw at some point. I can only get so low. What's Aerial Ace? Singular resisted, whereas Leaf Blade's double resisted. Then again, Aerial Ace is a terrible move. So maybe you still do want to go. Oh my god. There is no way I played that precise enough to win this match. I was counting that loss before the match was even over, and that's why, folks, you never top left. So, you know, Garchomp, with the Sand Tomb, scared the G-Fisk out because they had that lower defense. They were afraid to continue taking Skarmory's resisted damage, and Skarmory clutched the match. Skarmory is a G-Fisk counter confirmed, and we played our energy generation perfectly on that Tropius matchup. Let's get into the third one. We're 1-1. Let's see what we can do here with the Skarmory on Sableye lead. This is definitely not the most comfortable leading situation, but it could be worse. This is like what I would consider relatively neutral because I always forget who actually wins this and who doesn't. I've been the Sableye before. I've been the Skarmory before. I know it's just very close. I know if they shield, I think they win. And if they decide not to shield, they don't win. Like if they play out the 2 shield, they win here. If they play out the 1 shields, I might win. But we will just play it out and see what happens. Yeah, because they're going to outpace me to this next one. But this is my 1 shield. Whereas now if they decide to shield this next one, then they can definitely Shadow Claw me down. If they decide to not shield this, I should be able to Air Slash down. But it seems to be a very, very tight matchup regardless. They seem like they're going to go for the full Air Slash down, which isn't ideal. And I stayed in anyway. I can't go into Garchomp here. I got to come into Azu. They are almost definitely going to go for the return right off the bat. So let's shield. I don't think we can bubble down. I might have, should have, and might have wanted to swap immediately. I just don't want to be switch locked. Honestly, let's take a return. Oh, okay. 2, 3. Oh, that's 4. 1 snuck through. Not great. Okay. Ferrothorn, definitely not what we want to see in the back. We take neutral damage here. This is going to hurt. Ow. 1, 2, 3. Earth Power comes in clutch here. Now, this is neutral, but Garchomp has a high attack, and this is a situation where we want Earth Power. Does not take out, but we see him P-Tide, so that's kind of cool. It would have been nice if we got the Earth Power debuff, so we can come back in with Azu. And, well, they Mirror Shot it. I was like, how are they at a Power Whip? I definitely counted 3. They're Mirror Shotting again for the attack debuff, so that was another 3. Oh, wait, no, that might be a Power Whip. Is this Mirror Shot 2? Okay, cool. Never mind. No attack debuff. Nice. Okay. I wish I didn't see him P-Type, but I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I can't take the chance of getting Power Whipped here if I want any chance of potentially winning this. And they have their own Azu. So do we just let's make sure they have Play Rough before we top left. If they don't have Play Rough, we might actually be able to pull this off. So let's just see first. But this might be one of those situations where we need to top left. It's not ideal. Got in a couple bubbles here. That seems like enough for a Play Rough. Most Azus are running Play Rough at this time. And on that note, it is a Play Rough. This is GG. We're going to save the YouTube video sometime, and we're going to save our opponent sometime and back out. So Skarmory on Sableye, not the best lead in the world. The other concern there was I said the alternate options were to not get farmed down, but if I swap to Azu, they go in Ferrothorn, I'm screwed. I don't even have Ice Beam. And then if I go to Garchomp, they go Azu. So honestly, that was a team comp loss. There really wasn't too much going on. But I did like Garchomp's ability to get the Ferrothorn pretty low with its Earth Power. But overall, that wasn't a great situation for it because it was still taking neutral damage and, again, extremely glassy. So, getting into the 4th match, we have Skarmory on an Umbreon lead. I swear I just used this team before to practice with it and went 4-1. So, it'd be very sad if we're going to not at least get at least 2 wins in this. So, they're going for a charge move here. Should be a foul play. We're going to let the first one come through. We're going to just overfarm some energy. Hope to sneak through some potential air slashes. Hope that they don't get a snarl through, but they always get it through. 3-turn moves are so difficult to try and deny. Got a shield. Maybe they were expecting a Brave Bird and dip by the amount of energy we generated. I wonder if that's how I want to play this. I did want to get shields. I did get a shield. Let's let this come through. Let's actually Brave Bird. And let's swap into Azu. I'm sure if they're running Umbreon, they have an Azu counter. But we're going to do it anyway. So let's Brave Bird. That does land. Oh, we CMP tied. That's not fantastic. But you know what? Let's let it come through. And, I'm like thinking through another play. Maybe, maybe we don't go into Azu. Maybe we... What the heck? They're poison stinging. Oh my god. Well, we definitely don't want to swap out of this. Aqua Tail's neutral. All the poison damage is resisted. Maybe they saw the ground type and was like, water, super effective. Let's see what they decide to do here. Is this enough? I mean, even if they Sludge Wave, it's resisted. So if anything, they want to throw an Aqua Tail no matter what. Does a lot of damage, which is not fun. And of course, that Dragon Tail just falls short of taking them out. We'll shield the next one. We're at even shielding here. Not the worst thing in the world. The question is, what is their last Pokemon? Umbreon, Quillfish, and... Is it double poison? Is this dark double poison? Does this, like, make Garchomp look like a boss right now? They come back in with the Umbreon. I'm going to shield this, farm all the way down. I'm really feeling like... Oh, snap. Yo, Home Slice Henry's in chat and just mentioned that Quillfish does have access to Ice Beam. Not that it's necessarily a preferable moveset, but that definitely could have happened there. They're running double poison. Garchomp gonna clutch? Garchomp say what? We have Azu in the back, which is less than ideal. 1, 2, 3. Get me out! No! I got stuck in the middle of the Dragon Tail. I should have threw another Sand Tomb. Poison Fang, do I die? I die! No, I resisted though! No! Alright, they're still debuffed. They're still debuffed. I might be able to bubble and play rough down. I might be able to still pull this off. But Garchomp did do solid work. But Dragon Tail is what? Like a 3-turn move in itself? So, it's not exactly the most ideal fast move to want to try and swap on. I could be wrong about the turns on it. So if anybody can correct me in chat so I can let the YouTube audience know, that'd be great. But Azumarill is officially a Nidoqueen counter confirmed. And the main reason why that happened was because of the fact that we Dragon-tailed and Sand-Tombed. And actually, Garchomp kind of clutched that. Garchomp kind of clutched that. It did really well against Quillfish. It was able to finish off the Umbreon, and it threatened the Nidoqueen. I could have gotten off another Sand-Tomb there if I, like, played it probably optimally. I was really hoping, even though Garchomp should have won CMP against a Nidoqueen. Garchomp, I'm going to check that right now. Garchomp should have won CMP against a Nidoqueen. So yes, I just checked. Garchomp does win CMP against a Nidoqueen. The issue there is I was stuck in the middle of that 3-turn move that is Dragon Tail. Okay, getting into the 5th and final match of the set. We have 2 wins, 2 losses, going up against an Empoleon lead. Not the most ideal thing in the world. Empoleon actually resists, like, every one of my Pokemon's quick moves. And we're lagging! No, man, give me a chance. Give me a chance. We're not even, like, we're in a terrible situation. Give me a chance. Don't give them 3 extra waterfalls. How about you don't do that? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool, game. Now I don't even know if I want to play this out. No, you know what? I'm not going to play this out now. I'm just going to swap to Azu, which sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, you're going to drill peck me? That's fine. Oh. Bro, can we not ruin a set with some lag? Oh my god. Yeah, this is... And I don't even have Ice Beam. It doesn't matter whether I had lag or not. I'm just getting out-team comped right now. Skarmory and Empoleon lead's terrible. Safe swapping Azu is never a great idea. I love feasting on Azu safe swaps with my Nidoqueen team. But, yeah, I kind of set myself up for failure once I decided, yeah, let's safe swap Azu. Alright, let this come through. The issue is Skarmory's, like, almost dead now. I'm wondering if I still want to come in with the Skarmory and then let it go down to a potential charge move or get Vine Whipped all the way down, which is very possible. And then 2 shield up, they're just going to throw the move right away, which makes sense because Vine Whipping my Skarmory down is going to be pretty difficult. We're going to let it come through. We're going to try our best attempt at Dragon Tailing this Venusaur all the way down. My hope is that they don't get to 2. My hope is that they only get to 1 Frenzy Plant right now. And I don't know what Pokemon they can have in the back. I need them to have some sort of other poison type in the back for Garchomp to somehow be able to clutch this. And they decided to swap. They don't have any energy because they threw at my Azu. But we definitely want to get rid of this and not take the neutral waterfall damage. The issue is they resist these Dragon Tails. We did sneak one through. They're going for a charge move. Garchomp's going to take care of the Empoleon that scared the Venusaur away. Look, this is still a solid Garchomp feature. But alignment didn't work out in my favor, unfortunately. What is their final Pokemon on this Empoleon Venusaur team? Are we going to find out? We're apparently not going to find out. We're going to try our best to find out. We're going to find out. We're not going to win, but we're going to find out. Oh, you had a... Why am I still lagging? It didn't matter, but that's not the point. It's not the point. GG. That was an unfortunate 5th match. I was clicking Earth Power. I mean, not Earth Power. I was clicking Sand Tomb. But I don't think even without lag, I was going to win that one. But I do think this was still an overall solid feature of a potential other moveset to use on your Community Day Garchomp if you want to use it in Great League. I definitely want to play around with it in Ultra League. And obviously, Master League is where it's going to have its best play. But depending on the meta, you might still want Dragon Tail there. Or, I mean, Mud Shot would work best against Dialgas. But at the same time, you're taking super effective damage against Dialgas. So it's like, I don't know. Let's not get too much into that side conversation. Because what I really like about Garchomp now, at least for Master League specifically, where it will have its most play, is that it can have a lot of different options now. It's like, I don't want to call it a Hypno, because it's nowhere near as tanky, but it's like a Swiss Army knife now with its quick moves and its charge moves, because you can have success with either Dragon Tail or Mud Shot 100%, and you have access to Earth Power, Outrage, Sand Tomb, and then even Fire Blast. I think Earthquake almost kind of becomes obsolete, but I think PV Poke was saying that the little bit of damage you lose on Earth Power, you kind of would prefer an Earthquake. So maybe even Earthquake is a solid option, depending on the moveset variation you want to go with. So I really like Garchomp's options and play specifically for Masters. Great League, we just had some fun to try and feature a new moveset and just to see what Earth Power looked like. With the Dragon Tail moveset, you're not going to get to Earth Power too much, but if you use Mud Shot, I'm sure you'll get to plenty and definitely make better use of the Community Day move with Mud Shot as a fast move. But overall, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Garchomp in Go Battle League PvP. There's a lot of different avenues we can take this conversation. Tell me how your Community Day went, and overall, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.